morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Hope everybody is having a great week so far. It's been on for a solid hour now. For those
Killing it. Killing it.
So I'm excited again, Jenny.
Good.
I mean, we got great material, good stuff again.
Okay, okay.
And I'm talking like golden. I'm not kidding you that this book should be famous. It should be a bestseller. It should be off the charts. Like
It's going to be now.
I don't understand. I can't figure it out.
It's been waiting for you.
So I did want to address Gen Blue real quick, though.
Okay, good.
So
tell everyone what Gen Blue is. We have
Okay.
new agents who probably don't even know.
So once a year, the Coldwell Banker corporate folks put on an event, and it could be in anywhere from Las Vegas to Seattle to, Midwest, Fort Worth, wherever. This time it was in New York. And I think there was a total of 4 of us. And I really want to tell you guys that if you get a chance to attend a Gen Blue, it is fantastic. You're going to be around other super studs. And when I say super studs, I mean like all the top agents at Coldwell Banker from Florida, from California, from Beverly Hills. They're all there. They're all on panels. Mm-hmm. They're all sharing their secrets. They're all talking about how they're getting more leads, how they're increasing their business, how they're growing. And our people don't generally show up, and I know it was far and COVID, and
Mm-hmm.
normally there's like 7,000 people, and there's only 1,500 because of the COVID situation. This time it was in New York, but 2 years ago when we did it, they brought in the Imagine Dragons too, just for our people. This time they brought in BB Rexa, who was really great. The speakers were fantastic. I mean, Jenny, you're never allowed to miss again, because the stuff that you do is just talked about. But I'm really going to encourage it, and I am not out to have you guys waste your money. I'm out for you guys to get the best bang for your buck, and it's worth it. So we'll talk more about it next year. Next year, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
All right. So that being the case, I thought we would just jump right back in to Success is Easy.
All right.
And I don't know, I feel weird just jumping in, but I'm going to.
I don't, well, give us a refresher. Who wrote it? What's it about?
Okay.
I don't even remember.
Debbie Allen is,
that's right.
The
not
author.
the producer, not the choreographer.
Shameless, no-nonsense strategies to win in business. Just sounds like, oh, that's something that, I've heard a million times, whatever. And you have, but just not presented in this way.
Okay.
So if you recall, we were talking before about, everything from, turning negative thoughts and, keeping your opportunities open and all that. But really, I want to jump right into talking about kind of money and where our minds are at and what really holds us back from being the most that we can be.
Okay.
And the first thing that I want to say is that many people, most of you, including myself and including you, Jenny, and everybody else on the planet, we were taught by someone, and this is not a shot at our parents or anybody, but most people were taught by someone who never actually achieved any real high levels of success in their life. That is step number 1. Is that terrible to say?
Okay. I think that all depends on what your level of success is.
You stole my line!
Oh, sorry!
But yes, no, that is it. That is absolutely it. But this is where it starts, right?
Okay.
Because
hey, Chuck, sorry to interrupt. Can you slide your microphone up just a little higher?
How's that, buddy?
A little higher. Perfect.
All right, okay. So basically, you're right about that, and that's what we're going to get. That's what today's all about again. Remember we talked about it last time? Is redefining what success means to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, but when it depends. Like if you're talking about money, I'd say in general, if you're living out in this area, you might not have been raised by people that were multimillionaires.
Oh.
You might not have been raised by people that really necessarily achieved the highest levels they possibly could in their respective field.
Okay.
Whether, and so right now we're talking about business and career. A lot of people, if your parents were realtors, you generally, really good realtors, you end up being a really good realtor because you don't have to reinvent the wheel, you can start over. But it just basically says that most of us were taught by someone who didn't maybe reach the top of their field. So if we're talking about you reaching the top of your field, who are your mentors? And this is where it started. Success is easy unless you choose to make it hard. Now, I think that's interesting because this is one thing I've noticed about really successful people, and I want to see if you guys agree with me. There is power in ignorance. There's power in people that don't overthink things.
Yes.
There's power in people that just go. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%.
And so
Yeah.
I thought that was a big one.
That's how you explain Congress, by the way. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to get there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, basically, it's really about, of course, though, and what they will all tell you is about our mindset and what we say and what we do, right? We've always talked about that many times, but again, paying attention to the words that go on in our head and what we're constantly telling ourselves, and that's And I know you guys have heard this a million times, but this is so good, Jenny, that I had to do it again.
Okay.
And I skipped some things I tried to, but if you think about it, you can have whatever you want in life if you're willing to plan, focus, and execute. Would you agree?
Plan, focus, and execute. Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Catherine Smith? If you plan, if you build an amazing, badass plan, and you actually go out there and focus on it, and then you do it, can you do anything you want to do? Of course you can. Elizabeth, you're the same. Mr. Wysocki, you're the same. Duffy, you can. So it's just the way that it is. So, but the problem is that we've been told all our lives, and this is where it goes back to maybe somebody not necessarily giving us the best advice, is stop dreaming. Be reasonable. Don't set your expectations so high. You're just going to be let down. You're never going to get in that college. You probably won't go to college. Like all of those things that we've been told over our lives, and I do remember my dad absolutely going off on my grandma, and this is terrible, but I do remember it because I wanted to be president of the United States when I was a little kid, and she said, you need to give that up. You'll never be president. You're not part of the elite, and da-da-da-da-da-da. You need to go find something else. And I saw him lose it. The only time I ever saw him lose it, and I remember it because it was a really cool thing, right? But we've been told those so many times in our head, and I don't know, did your mom always tell you like you're really pretty?
Never.
Really? Jenny, you're really pretty.
Oh, thank
Wouldn't
you.
you guys all agree? Jenny's pretty.
Stop.
Heck yeah.
Right?
Adam is probably my biggest fan.
Well, look
I
at
must
Tom
say.
Wysocki.
Biggest fan.
Tom Wysocki just got weird. He's like, yeah, take Tom.
No, like she didn't tell me I was attractive until probably the past couple years.
Okay, Michael, are you smart?
Yes.
Did your dad tell you you were smart?
Yes.
Did your mom tell you you were smart?
Yes.
Does everybody around you tell you you're smart?
Except Adam.
Okay, except Adam. But you see what I'm saying? It's like people, when they tell
I'm
you
smart.
things, you are smart.
By the weight.
That was where I was going next. But
Well, you can't have both, Jenny. You're either pretty or you're smart.
God is fair. God is fair.
Interject really quick, Michelle.
Michelle, go for it.
Can I? Yeah. I've been listening to Steve Harvey a lot, and he says imagination is everything. That everything that you think you can be is already in your mind. And it was already planted in there, by God, basically. It's in the Bible. Imagination is everything. And Steve Harvey said he wrote it on a piece of paper when he was 10 that he was going to be on TV. And at 10, he had a stuttering problem. And he turned it into his teacher. And the teacher said, Steve Harvey, come to the top of the class. And he said, he thought that she was going to, read his thing and tell how, someday he was going to be on TV. Instead, she squashed his dream. He said, be careful who you tell your dreams to, because when you tell it to small-minded people, it wasn't meant for them to hear. So he said, she called me to the front of the class and I had a stuttering problem. So she said, Steve, how do you think you're going to be on TV one day? Steve. And he said, well, I don't know, but it's in my imagination. Well, here it is today. He's got like 7 TV shows, and he says, that lady can't turn her TV on and not see me on one of my shows. He said, every year on Christmas, he says, I send her a TV, so she'd be sure to see me on my TV show.
That's funny.
That's good.
He said, don't. Yeah, he said, be careful who you tell your dreams to, because when you tell it to small-minded people that squash you, and that don't have your best interests at heart, but you can't listen to that. You can't pay attention. You have to listen to your own head and your own imagination. Anyways, I had to share that. I just heard that story.
I agree, Michelle. And still to this day, my mom, I'm going to be 50, right? My mom still tells me how handsome I am.
Aww.
All the time. She's like, Chuck, you are so handsome. And, blah, blah,
Your
blah,
mom's
blah.
a liar.
Hey, nobody's talking to you, Adam. Small-minded people. Michelle, there he is. Right there is Adam. But she used to say
so
that. But and I
sweet.
just want to encourage everyone out there that, the words that you're telling yourself is one thing, but the words that you're telling other people are another, because the impact that they have. I mean, Jenny, are you fun?
Yes.
Are you charismatic?
Yes.
Do people like you?
I hope so. I love them.
Do people like you?
Yes.
Okay.
In this room.
Okay, that's because people tell you that, and people send
Yeah.
you texts and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So, I just want to go back to this. Make sure that you are paying it forward to the people that you know,
Yeah.
and encouraging your kids and encouraging your nieces and your nephews and your friends and all that, and let them know how great they are, because it resonates. And that's the message, is what you tell yourself is also going to resonate. So, Chuck, am I handsome? I mean, do I really believe I'm handsome?
Yes.
Probably. No, I'm totally.
Of course you do.
Adam, nobody's talking to you.
But your mama told you, so that's really good.
So that's what you
I
need
love
to think
that.
of too. You know what I mean? So anyways, so one of the things that is holding us back here too is fear, and I think that's tied in with what we're telling ourselves. So
Okay.
Fear doesn't protect you. Remember how we were in that one book and it talked about back in the dinosaur ages, we would hide and we would do this, and
Yes.
we'd just get enough food to survive and go
Yeah.
out when we needed to.
Yeah.
So fear does not protect you. Instead, it creates a person who can't act or take risks due to uncertainty or doubt. And fear holds you back from being a top producer. And unfortunately, guys, all of you on this call, everybody, could be more. And we all could be more, including myself, Jenny, and
I know.
and Adam and Michael. But we get complacent and we get
Yeah.
comfortable and we get scared that you don't want to rock the boat and
Yeah.
jack up what you got going on.
Yes, it's like you get worried I'm being greedy.
Yeah. Well,
And how do we get through that? That it's okay to want more and be more.
interesting.
I didn't.
Any psychologists on the call for Jenny?
I didn't know it was that deep.
No, I like it. I like it.
I thought you had an answer.
No. I mean, I do. I mean, but here's the bottom line.
Okay.
According to the book, and it's agreed upon pretty much by everyone, success is a birthright. Right?
Love that.
Everyone, every person on this call, including you, Adam, Michael, everybody, Catherine, Norma, all of us, everyone arrives on this earth with a mission. And the cool part is once you discover it, nothing can stop you unless you allow yourself to be stopped.
I like it.
So success really never creates discomfort. Like I know you're concerned about it. It's your inner battle with your success that makes you feel uncomfortable, Jenny. So you feeling like, oh, I wouldn't want to walk around the Louis Vuitton. You got a Tesla out in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Do you feel weird about it? Oh, man.
I didn't pick it out though, so that's why I always say, hey, I didn't pick it
You
out.
don't have to say that. You could say, you know what? I worked my butt off and I earned it, and you're allowed to have a Tesla, Jenny. You do. But bottom line is, unfortunately, we sabotage our own success and we sabotage our own selves through fear. And if you believe success is what everyone else says it is, you're always going to miss the target. So that's where we're getting back to what you said.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
when I say success, what does everybody automatically think of?
Money.
Money, money,
Yeah.
and money, right? But is that success, Adam?
No. Up to a certain point, but no.
Okay, all right. And money is important. And this is a business call, and this is a business meeting,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
money is important. Because I
It
can tell you right now,
is.
it's important.
It is important because I like water, I like food, and I like a roof over my head.
Right. So, but a lot of us follow that definition of success, and we have to try to understand who we are and what we want. And the older I get, and I'm sure most of you guys can agree, we have to listen to those inner promptings of what we really want, what makes us happy, to fulfill that kind of success that we desire, because it's not always just money. I can tell you right now. There's a lot of miserable rich people.
Right?
A lot.
I mean, I don't know any, but right?
Oh, stop it. And so if your level of success is defined by money and fame and happiness and material things, that could be tough. You may not find it. And we did this last time, if you guys remember on this call, is we asked everybody what their definition of success was on this call, and everyone gave a different answer, and no one said money. Remember that?
Were they too scared to say it?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's a good question. And it kind of goes back to what you wanted to be when you grew up. When you we talked about that too. Remember that? And Sonia wanted to be a lawyer and all that stuff. When I said that when I was very, very little and I wanted to be a stand-up comedian or president of the United States, those are the two things I wanted to be.
Right.
You don't want to be those things for money. You
No,
want to do it
you
to
find
serve
joy.
and to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And so I asked Adam, I said, dude, what are you here on this planet for a long time ago? And he said, it's to make people laugh. Do you remember that?
Aww.
He said that's his happy place. That's success for him.
Oh, keep working, buddy.
But that's just a defense mechanism from all the trauma.
This is his.
Most of it is from the last 6 years working for you. So
Well, hopefully someday you can say something funny, all right? So just keep working on it.
yeah, I'm trying.
Just kidding. So, you should never stop asking yourself that question, though, is what do you want to be when you grow up, and why did you want to be that? Because that'll help you define what your success was. What was yours again, Jenny?
I don't want to say now because everyone else's is so.
Go ahead.
A roller disco queen or a stewardess. I'm so shallow.
Wait, that's still your version of
is.
success?
A
It
roller
is.
disco queen or a stewardess. Now, why is that?
It's flight attendant, by the way.
I know, but I'm old. I'm 52. It was a stewardess, and they were all beautiful
Why do you
women.
want to be a roller disco queen? Because you want to be pretty.
Because I want to be pretty.
You want to have attention.
This is so embarrassing.
You want to be in shape.
Yep.
And she likes handing out warm towels.
And I can't get warm towel. And I
Yeah.
like making people happy. Dancing brings me joy. Skating brought me tons of joy. But now if I fall, it could be bad. I could never make it to gym
The
blue.
hip now. You're at the
It's
hip.
the knees,
Oh.
old lady.
So, if you only define success by money, you'll always be looking for a pot of gold. A
Yeah.
bigger pot of gold. I need a bigger pot of gold, but money does help.
And that's
But-
okay, right?
So here's 3 ways for you to define success. You guys
Okay.
ready? 3
Yes.
ways for you to define success. I want everybody to think about this.
Okay, I have pen and paper.
Oh,
Get
Jessica
pen and
sent
paper.
you a heart. All right, number 1.
Aw.
Discover why success is important to you. Here we go. Number 1. Is your success defined by one of 3 things in general? Professional achievement. And I can tell you, I just got back from New York City for that Gen Blue. There are a lot of people that are running around with the eye of the tiger, just focused it can be. It's all about their professional achievements. Many, many not having kids. I met all kinds of people that they were there to make an impact on their professional careers and do something big. Number 2, personal happiness. I think a lot of people's answer was the personal happiness. And number 3, financial, or could it be financial freedom? And I will tell you guys right now, I am obsessed with financial freedom.
Wording it like that is very freeing.
Financial freedom?
Yes, saying it like that instead of wealth that's good. I like it.
And I talked about this before, but I'm getting off subject a little bit, Jenny, but I am obsessed with financial freedom. Obsessed, guys. I mean, I go over my financial plan once a week. I know exactly where I am. I know exactly what I'm doing, what type of income opportunities I'm looking for, passive income opportunities, everything. And I want you to be the same. Because there is a level of happiness in financial freedom and a stress level that can be peeled off like an onion.
Yeah.
That you can just get down to who you really want to be. Like I've always said, if I was this show would be completely different if I was financial freedom. Right, Adam? Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to say that, and I was going to tell you, Jenny, I do want to do an investment seminar next week.
Oh, okay.
Again, just to make sure that everybody's focusing
I
back
think
on
that's
money,
so good.
income opportunities, passive income, all that stuff. Okay, so that's number 1. How do you define success? Professional achievement, personal happiness, financial freedom. Number 2, if you reached what you just thought about as being your level of success, whatever those 3 would be, how would that make you feel? Whatever you just wrote down over there, Jenny.
I just wrote down what you said so I could think about it.
Okay. Now, if you did reach your financial freedom or a different level of success in your life, how would your life be different? Just curious. How would your life be different? I mean, would you live in a different city? Would you work in a different career? Would you take more vacations? Adam told me that if he hit the lotto, he would still work here. Now, I don't know if I believe that. He'd probably tell me to F off a lot more than he does now.
Yeah.
He already does that now.
That's why I would work here.
Because the freedom.
Believe me, the second I get FU money, you're the first one.
See, and I think that's what it is. It's FU money. We all want FU money so you don't have to take that client who's mean to you.
Right.
So you have the ability to say, I don't want to work with that agent. They're mean,
It is nice. Like I was talking to, I think it was Murphy the other day, and she was telling me she has 13 escrows or 12 escrows. And I remember that. Like the most that I had really going at one time was 11. But I do remember kicking people to the curb at that time because I could.
Yeah.
And I had so much business going on that if someone was going to be a life sucker or a time sucker, I would kick them to the curb. Whereas now, for a lot of the people on this call, if you only have 2 escrows, 3 escrows, or no escrows, you got to kiss some ass.
You take the abuse.
Because you don't have that FU money.
Yeah.
And that $6,000, $10,000 check's looking pretty good.
It's a life changer,
Yeah. But how would your life look different? And I do want to say, reading through this book and the things that we've covered, what areas do you need to focus on would be my question. Step number 2, uncover your drive to move past obstacles. And my question would be, what obstacles prevent you from achieving success? I've got them.
Yeah.
You've got them.
Yeah.
Michael's got them. We all have our obstacles. And can you identify them? Can you identify the things, guys, on this call that are holding you back? The things that are not allowing you to move on to the next level? Can you identify them?
I hope people are writing this stuff down, and so they can really think about it.
If you can identify those obstacles, now how can we hurdle right past them? How can we
Right.
hurdle over them? Because the only way that we can really get to a higher level of success is removing the obstacles. We've got to get rid of them, but first we have to identify them. And it could be that fear thing.
Yeah.
It could be, like for me, I can tell you, protecting what I have. I mean, I've got some ventures I would love to jump out on, and I think about them all the time, and I'm glad I'm saying this right now. But I'm afraid to do it because I don't want to mess with what I've got going on right now.
Right.
But I know that I'm drawn over there. I'm drawn to do that. But at the same time, we get stuck in these little worlds where we're protecting what we have instead of going out and getting it. Do you agree?
Yes, 100%. So how are you going to push over that?
The question is, can you do both? Can you protect what you have going now and still reach for the stars at the same time? Or do you have
Yes.
to burn your boat?
No, you do not.
You know what I mean, Tom? You either go for it or you got to burn your boat, right? Or you stay right where you're at. And there's a lot of comfort in what we have, in all of us. But if you're being called to do something else, I don't know. If you are, call me. I would love to hear what what you're being drawn to do, because, hey, like we said at the beginning, if you can find why you're here, and if you can find what you're supposed to be doing, and you can get on that path, you better effing go, because you have a responsibility to do it because you figured out what it is.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that being the case, number 3 is start by taking the first step. We can become successful at just about anything. When you set your mind to it and get started. I was in Times Square 2 days ago, and I saw this dude that had the chess set in front of him, and he killed me. I paid him $10 for him to beat me, but I realized he's probably one of the best chess players I've ever played, and I realized he's probably one of the best chess players I've ever played because that's what makes him happy. He's out there in Central Square, or Central, Times Square, with his desk, waiting for people to come up, and they come up and they play him one at a time, and he's as happy as can be.
No.
But I believe that anybody on this call could be the best chess player in the world, could be the best real estate agent in this world, could do anything they possibly wanted to, could be an actor. Jenny, you probably could still be a roller derby queen.
Roller disco.
Roller disco.
Disco's ain't dead.
Disco's not dead?
No.
Okay. All right, roller disco, I apologize.
No, I agree. I think if you have the passion, so whatever, I know you're probably not going to tell us what yours is, but if you have the passion to do it, now this brings me fear saying it, because if you go do something else, we're screwed.
Stop it. No.
But yours would always be along this line, I'm sure.
Of course. Now, what could you start doing tomorrow? Or what could you start doing tomorrow if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? If everybody on this call, if you knew you could not fail, what would you do? Whether it's be an actor, write a book, create a show, Adam, write a movie. What could you start doing tomorrow if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, I want to know what Adam's is.
Do you know Adam?
I'd farm.
Farm?
Farm.
What kind of farm? Weed?
No,
No.
beef.
He is so worried about all of
Beef
us
and
not
chicken.
having food and the shelves being bare. It is consuming him.
But maybe that's what you love. You never know.
My dream, yeah. I want a big piece of land.
I don't see you shoveling shit, dude.
Oh, I'll do it.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, I can't even get you to do anything. How am I going to get you to that?
Michael's laughing.
Well,
y'all.
there isn't a side of beef attached to it, so
All right,
I'm
okay.
food motivated like a dog.
Okay. So, is there a lack of knowledge holding you back? No.
Okay.
I believe everybody on this call, I go to these events, right? I went to Gen Blue to hear the same stuff I already know.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. But did you hear it in a different way, or did it remotivate you?
It reminds you.
Okay.
Like for you
There
guys
you
on
go.
this call, open houses work. You know sending out 10 texts a day works. You know that calling the Benawiles works. You know that going to events and wearing your name tags wherever you go and whatever you do works. You know that apparel works. You know that social media works. You know that direct messages work. You know all the things you need to do to go out there and get real estate business, but you don't do it.
Yeah.
And what most people do is they know what to do, and then they'll go to a conference to be told the same stuff they already know.
That's so
And I'm guilty of that. I'm like, this is amazing. I've heard it 5,000 times.
right.
You know what I'm talking about, Adam? Anyways. All right, so if there were no fear or doubt holding you back, what bold actions would you take to take yourself where you want to go, to achieve your levels of success? That's all. That's the question I want you guys to think about.
I want you to think about it too.
All right. Get out of your own way.
Okay.
That's the big deal. We got to get out of our own
Okay.
way. The bottom line is, if what you're doing now is not working, whether it's in real estate, guys, or whether you're a $200,000 producer and you want to be a $500,000 producer, or whether I'm just trying to get my first friggin' sale, or I've done 2 and I want to get to 20, the only thing that's stopping you is you.
It's so true.
It is. And so we have to figure out that, okay, what I'm doing right now is not working. So I need to realign my business plan and my actions and my mindset to say, I'm going to go this direction, because if you're going this way and it's not working right now, let's fix it.
Yeah.
Let's fix it. And I can tell you right now, the Wednesday classes, this little 5-week program that we're offering, that will help you get there because it is the keys to success. So I sure hope you are attending the Wednesday Sales Masteries in person live. How many did we get, Adam?
Oh, wasn't it like 20?
Yeah.
20.
at least.
Those 20
At
people,
least.
and I'm going to make sure those people kill.
It was a good class.
It
Was
was really, really good.
I love it. I love it. So if you didn't watch last Wednesday's Sales Mastery with Becca, which is like action-oriented social media, please go back and watch it. So anyway, so we got to get out of those false perceptions and step outside of the results that aren't working and look for what is working, Jenny. So here's the summary of chapter 2.
Okay.
Fear and doubt are keeping us from being in the winner circle. I got it. You got it. Sonia's got it.
Yeah.
Tom's got it. Denise has got it. We've all got it, right?
I know.
So fear
It's
and
so
doubt
scary.
have kept us back. And it's a bummer as I get older because I'm like sitting there thinking like, we better go.
I know.
Let's get
We
going.
only have like 50 years left on this earth.
Right? 50, you can live to 102? Is that your plan?
Why not?
All right. You were born to be a winner. We talked about that.
All of you were.
No one was born to be mediocre.
No.
But the ball is in your court. You've been given everything in the world. The ball is in your court. The next is listen to your inner promptings for the kind of success you desire. So again, it's not money. If it's to make people happy, if it's to serve, if it's whatever it may be, and then if you can tie those into real estate sales, you'll kill.
And almost everything can be if that's your passion, I would think.
True story. True story. And I see Sonia on the call, so I'm going to dip into Sonia and ask her to give us a little bit of her perspective on what you've heard so far, Sonia. You're on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, no, this is a fun topic. I've got some notes here. I think a lot of us are dealing with is our personal mindset. We want to do, we see it all, but then that little doubt that we have on our shoulders creeps in and says, well, you really can't do it, or today's not a good day, or I'll do it next week. And then the other thing I see people do, they can be totally miserable in their comfort zone and just stay there and be miserable and complain about it, and it becomes their story. And I guess they're happy being miserable, which is kind of interesting to me.
I feel like Sonia has this book and she just read the next 10 pages. Sonia, are you trying to get ahead of me right now? That's exactly right. Everything she just said. That's it. You're exactly right, Sonia. I mean, and that's actually the direction she just said is where we're headed. So, but I do want to end this thing, this piece right here. If things aren't working, what changes to the ways you're approaching things can you make? And what I mean is relooking at your business plan, which we talked about. I hate to say it, but this is a really great way to start out. Becoming an assistant for minimum wage.
Or not even minimum wage.
Yeah.
Maybe just interning.
Hire a buyer's agent.
that?
I love it. Hire a buyer's agent.
Yeah.
If you're looking to move to the next level.
Yeah.
Get an assistant. If you are, and I know there's people on this call I can see that are $250,000 agents. People hit that number and they stay there. I've always said that too.
Right.
Like
So
I'm a
true.
$250,000 agent. They stay there their entire career. I'm not going to say who they are, but I've seen a couple that have been within $15,000 every year for the past 10 years. They never have bust through that. And Sonia talks about that all the time too. And the only way to bust through that is to make some changes to what you're doing, unless you're comfortable, and a lot of people are. But buyer's agent, an assistant, we know how to do that. They exist. I have paperwork on that stuff. Call me.
Yeah.
So anyways.
That would be another good class.
It would, wouldn't it? Buyer's
That would-
agents and assistants?
Yeah, when is it time and how to do it? Because I think a lot of our agents are going, I don't know what to do. And guess what? You can't afford it. If you're making $250, you can afford it.
Right.
And
Well-
to take yourself to that next level, you won't even miss it.
And if you are making $200,000 a year, let's say after your expenses, everything, let's say you're bringing home $150,000. If you're paying someone for 20 hours a week, will you get, and every day you have them prospecting, doing your social media, sending out your cards, making sure you're getting your personal notes,
Yeah.
all those certain things, are you going to get one deal out of someone working 80 hours a month for you?
I would think so.
Yeah. And if you're going to make $10,000 on one deal and you're paying that person minimum wage, you're paying them $2,000-$3,000 and you're making $10,000, that's $7,000.
Yeah.
If they bring you one deal, and they're going to bring you more than one if you utilize them properly.
Right.
So again, but that's the only way that some of the people on this call, the experienced people particularly, are going to break into the next level. Okay, now we're going to talk about false beliefs.
Okay, false beliefs.
False belief number one, success, this is truth, and success is about power, wealth, and fame. We know that's not it. That's a false belief. right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, why, you want to be famous?
You want to be famous
want wealth and
too.
power?
Don't you judge me.
The reality, Jenny, it's about feeling confident.
Okay.
It's about feeling empowered and committed to your core values.
Feeling
If you're
Same
confident,
again.
confidence, feeling empowered, and being committed to your core values. I think that's really what success is. If you're feeling good about you, if you know you can get things done, and if you know I'm enjoying what I'm doing because it fits into for you, serve and do
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, that's number one. You've done it. False belief number two. Success is hard work and it takes forever to achieve.
Oh yeah.
How many rookies have we seen come in here over the years and absolutely slay it? Right out of the gate their first year. $100,000. Boom.
Yep.
Why is that? And then someone else comes in and they don't make anything for their first year.
Yeah.
Because a little bit is up here. Working hard for a long time determines nothing. It can come quick and easy, and for some people it does, but you got to make those quick adjustments.
Yeah.
Right? Quick adjustments. This isn't working. And some people just flip on a dime faster. This didn't work. This didn't work. Okay, boom, this works. This works. You know what I mean?
What
It's
book was that? The
how
dance.
fast can you think?
The dancing and
Instead of marching towards your goals,
yeah,
you dance towards them.
towards it because you got to shift.
That's right.
Or like in football, we got to
That's true.
shift all the time.
That's true. What's working? What's working?
Yeah,
What's
that's
not
good.
working?
That's good.
Okay, number three. This one I love.
Okay.
Ready, Adam?
Yeah.
All right. False belief number three. Successful people are selfish and self-centered.
Oh, false, false, false.
I think there's a large percentage of the population that look at people that are very successful and doing well and hate them and all think they're all like, what's that dude from The Simpsons, the old man?
Mr. Burns.
Yeah, thinks that everybody who is
You're
reached some level of
right.
success
Excellent.
is Mr. Burns.
You're right. I think that's why a lot of people have the fear of becoming successful because we don't want people not to like
Well,
us.
we're getting to what you said earlier. When you
Okay.
said, I don't want to look like greedy and and all that sort of stuff. You got to get out of that. And it's because you think successful people are selfish and self-centered.
Yeah.
This is an epiphany. Reality, they know how to promote themselves. They know how to put themselves out there. They know how to promote their value and their services. So by promoting myself and putting myself out there, by putting myself on my just listed cards, by getting on the front cover of magazines, you're gonna have haters. They're gonna think, oh, look how selfish and self-centered they are. Not correct. What they are is good at promoting themselves, building their persona, building their services, and standing out above the crowd. But obviously the haters from down below are always going to be swinging at you, okay?
Yeah.
Because they think you're selfish and self-centered. So you know what? You just keep being out there. You just keep sticking your face. You buy that purse. You put it online and show people.
Yeah.
All right? So, all right, number 4. Very simple. False belief. Negative thinking patterns cannot be changed. We have read enough books in this
Eat that, bro.
on Monday Motivations that we can rewire, we can retrain our brains. By being on this call right now, you're doing it. You're doing it. And so
Yeah.
am I, and so are you, and so is
Yes.
these two. We are just sitting here talking about positive things
Yeah.
that are going to make you better. We're retraining our brains. We're talking about books. We're talking about people. We're talking about mentors. We're talking about the business. As opposed to people that just sit back and let life happen. You guys are engaging, saying, what else can I do to learn and get better?
Chad Helmstetter.
Chad Homesteader, right?
Yeah.
What's it say when you talk to yourself? Yep.
Read it, people. Read it. It's good.
For sure, for sure. So I'm going to open it up a little bit. Does
Yay.
anybody else want to talk about how they've had some rough times with their false beliefs? You pick on anybody you want, Jenny. Nail 'em. Nail 'em.
Let's go with Denise Hernandez.
Denise, how about these false beliefs? Do you think that successful people, are you concerned that they're selfish, self-centered? I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Does that hold you back?
No, I don't think they're selfish. They're driven. I don't know really what to say on the false beliefs. I've dealt with a lot of them myself throughout the years, and I'm changing my mindset and my wording.
Good girl.
I believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that.
And I've already put in 3 escrows and got 2 more going.
Oh, boy.
Woohoo.
That's what I want to hear. And what shifted for you, Denise? Like, why do you think you got 2 more going? Like, why do you think you're throwing up all the escrows? What's the good thing that's been happening for you?
Coaching is the biggest help because that puts my mindset back. Because I come in from a little bit different than everybody else, where I don't believe that I can't do it anymore. I don't believe the negativity that was told to me for years. I work more on the positive that I can do it, and I motivate myself to show others that a disability is not a cancellation of what you are.
That's right. You're awesome.
Yeah, you've overcome a lot. I think your
Yeah.
story is really awesome.
She shows up too.
To her calls.
I think, for
To life.
coaching, Courtney and I have discussed it many times how Denise always shows up. She's there. She wants to learn. She wants to make it. And it has been challenging, yet she's never stopped. She kept going, and it's so fun to see her success now. So congratulations, Denise. You're
Thank you,
doing
Sonia.
awesome.
I like that.
Yay.
I like that. Thank you for that. Yes,
Hey Chuck, can I opine on that?
please do, Tom.
As you know, at Radio City Music Hall, we saw a TED Talk style event, and it was people that have overcome adversities and like some big stuff. And I do see the day that Denise is doing that. She's got a hell of a story, and it's just a matter of time till she shares it on a big stage.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So, hey, I'm going to pick on somebody random right here.
Okay.
Brad Morton.
All
We
right.
don't ever hear from Brad. So, Brad, are you on the call, buddy? Because I want to address one thing with you. Because
I am on call. How are you?
Doing good, Brad. So Brad's had a big career, done lots of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, working with new home developments. He's worked with all kinds of fun stuff. And you know, Brad, is there anything that you can look at? And I don't want you to. I'm not going to put you on the spot and have you get all personal right out of the gate. But do you think that like fear and doubt and things that have been told to you in your life have held you back a little bit, and you've had to kind of spring past that? Has there been things that, like, hey, I got to get rid of this to get going? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. The biggest one is probably shaking the corporate handcuffs, having the fear of being on my own and having the buck stop here, so to speak.
Having the fear of being on my own, boy, that is a real estate
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and that's why, you know, Brad, I'm sure you got this now, and I've got this for everybody on this call. Real estate agents are special. Real estate agents, you know, it's molded my mindset for the last 25 years because you know who's going to help them? I mean, we'll do all they can. We'll give them the support, we'll give them
Right.
the training, all that stuff, but really it's all about you. And no one is there to, you know, give you a paycheck or whatever that
Right.
you didn't earn.
Right.
So, you know, like, and I like how, you know, because Brad was always getting the checks, always getting the checks, always getting the checks. And to make that jump and say, okay, I can do this on my own,
No.
that's a big deal.
It was, yeah, and it was really cool when I first met him. He was just like, I got to do this. I'm going to do this. No, and he literally the next day hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of new agents on this call, a lot today.
Right.
And you can do it. Don't be so, get out of your way. Get out of your way. It's going to be all right.
Get out of your way. I'm going to hit that one next. So
Okay.
I thought this was good. And this really applies to me and to hopefully a lot of you guys on this call that the next section is called Quit Stopping the Flow of Success. Quit stopping the flow of success. Success is trying to come to you. It's trying to get to you. It's like maneuvering its
So
way and it's
cool.
fighting and it's trying to get there, guys. And we're blocking it. And it could be our fear from the success that we don't feel we deserve it. It could be, you know, maybe we have crushed our own dreams of success in our past by taking a left instead of a right, you know, on some decisions that we've made. Maybe we've destroyed advantages of success opportunities that we've had, because we have. You can look back in your life and go, you know what, that guy asked me to come join him and I didn't do it. And now, you know, or this girl told me that I should go do that and I didn't do it and I knew I wanted to. So the bottom line is, and I don't want you to, this is not meant to be negative, but your biggest enemy, and mine too, is the person you look at every morning in the mirror. It's the truth. Because I know
100%.
how, look guys, Jenny, you're fantastic. You're smart, you're pretty, your personality, you're amazing, right?
Thank
So,
you, Chuck.
but I asked you if you think you're pretty, and you said no. You said, I don't know. You know what I
I
mean?
have some good things.
But we don't
yeah.
have it. We don't.
She knows she's pretty.
I know
Oh,
I'm
she's
not.
humble?
I know I'm not. No, I have been good genes. I do have good genes. I mean,
There it is.
I do. I do.
right.
So thank you. Thank
right.
you for all the compliments
Well,
to
it's-
make me feel awkward. I appreciate that.
Well, my goal is to make you feel awkward.
I
That's
know,
fine.
and you do a
I hope
great
you're all
job.
feeling awkward. So you have to control your thoughts. Yes, please, Sonia.
Yeah, Jack, I was just going to say, I often see agents who are afraid of having 13 escrows. When I say, you know, when I'm in a coaching program and I'm talking to them and I say, you know, someday you're going to be having 10, 12, 13 escrows at a time. And they'll say, oh, no, I don't want that. I couldn't deal with that. You know,
I've heard
and
that.
so it's, huh?
I agree.
Yeah. And it's not that it takes that much more work. It just takes more of a mindset that I can do it. And you have to have your systems in place and be organized. But it's the fear of, oh my gosh, how can I handle that? I can barely handle 2 or 3 at a time now. So it's just kind of interesting how we grow into it. You don't start out
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
13 S-goals.
I like
You
that.
have to grow into it.
Grow into it, she said. I agree.
That's so good.
All right, Sonia, so I'm going to get to some stuff right now that you're going to love. you're going to laugh because this is the stuff we talk about. So, but let me finish this piece first. You have to control your thoughts around success and get rid of those self-sabotaging thoughts and habits and eliminate the excuses because we all do it, right? So here's what Sonia said earlier. Here's the exact line from the book. Even though we know our life is not working in certain areas, we're afraid to change them. So we become locked in the limitation zone, right? So we know there's parts of our lives that are not working, and we would rather be miserable than fix them because of the comfort attached to it. It's like
Totally.
Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah, totally.
you know? So I thought that was good. And this is the best one. Ready, Sonia? I want you to keep this one because I want you to use it on the coaching calls with me. All right? It's called the lame excuse zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, the lame excuse zone. I love that one. You know, because I think we have to keep our eye out when we're talking to people or when we're talking to ourselves. And I have heard most everyone say things like this. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any at all. You know what I mean? I'll try to figure it out, but I'm so bad at, you know what? I'm terrible with names. I can't ever remember names. You know what? I don't need to make that much money. My husband does fine. My wife does fine. I don't need to make that much money. I'm broke. You know what? I'm broke, but I'm okay. I'm broke. Those are all lame excuse zone comments. And those are living words that are dream killers, stress makers, and they imply that we have no choice, no options, no freedom, no control. Right? So living words that they're just dream killers and stress makers imply we have no choice, no options, no freedom, and no control. So a lot of us use them, and you know what? I want you to start doing that too in the office, Jenny.
Okay.
Lame excuse zone. You're in it, Chuck.
You get ready, buddy.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time with that. Can we have a sign that we just flap it up?
You know, I'm just not good at motivating myself.
Lame excuse zone. Lame excuse zone. See, we got to try it out. So I thought you'd like that one, Sonia. And
Absolutely, I love that.
here's the one that hurts. And this is the one that I've heard it from a couple books before. We've attracted everything that has come into our life, good or bad,
So true.
happy or sad, success or failure. You've attracted that with your mindset, and so have I.
Doesn't it make you want to throw up?
We've attracted everything that's come into our life, good or bad, happy
Totally.
or sad, success or failure. So, would you guys
Ouch.
agree with that? Tommy, any comments on that?
Oh, I absolutely agree with that.
Jessica Wells
Absolutely.
says we need a lame excuse jar.
In every office. I was thinking about something like that, Jessica. Great. I was thinking like a sign, but if we did a lame excuse jar and it would be a party fund.
Let's do it. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm
we
on it,
have
Jess.
Can we have them for the sales meeting on Thursday?
Oh, okay. I'm on it.
All right, lame excuse jar. All right,
Okay.
Jessica Wells, you're all right. Nice, smart. So, I'm sorry, Tommy, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go for it, man.
Actually, on the lame excuse jar, I think we should have some people pay in advance.
Would that
Just
be?
a down payment on your future lame excuses.
There's 20.
See, so negative.
Oh, that's Tom.
Come on, Tommy.
All right, well, what are you going to do? So if we've attracted everything, we have to start looking at every situation as an opportunity, right? Every single situation is an opportunity. Training and manage our minds with, the most important skills to provide us with success and happiness is, and we always talk about that. It's pretty much in every book. And people without money feel like victims. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And because they feel like a victim, they have self-fulfilling prophecies.
So they are the victim.
And it just continues and continues. The prosperity mindset, on the other hand, attracts money and income-generating opportunities like a magnet. So if you have that prosperity mindset, if you're thinking income, passive income, how can I do this? How can I get that deal? How can I do a rental? That sounded like somebody just got.
I know. I hope Norma Ramirez is okay.
Oh. And so if prosperity mindset attracts money,
Okay, thank you guys. I'll give you guys.
is that Norma?
Yeah.
We love you, Norma. All right, so if people without money feel like victims and have self-fulfilling prophecies, and prosperity mindset attracts money and income generating opportunities like a magnet, there it is. That is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Mm-hmm. Would you guys agree? Mm-hmm. Oh, Adam doesn't buy that.
What? No.
Oh, okay. What do you think, Sonia?
Well, I find it interesting because not everybody really wants to get rich. They want to be successful. This is all being focused around financial success. There's other types of success also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of interesting.
Well, this
Yeah.
particular chapter is avoid negative thoughts around money.
Yeah, so
That's just
like,
this chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, you're talking a lot about financial success. I totally agree. You know, when you're financially successful, it opens up a new freedom to make a difference in your sphere and the people around you. So if you have a mindset that money is negative or selfish or that sort of thing, you'll always struggle with that. But if you look at it as a way to really give back later on, be able to contribute, to be able to help others, to find growth because you're in a financial situation where you're not stressed for the next payment or the next dollar that you earn. You can be more selective. I wrote down in what do you do when you research for success? Well, you become more selective on what you're looking for, and you focus on things that make you feel good. And then, you know, Chuck, you have something, the more you focus on the things that you feel, I forgot how that goes, but the more successful you are. Mm-hmm. And it can be in so many different directions. So, yeah, your mindset, where you're going, what success defined to you, there's just so many ways we could go down this road right now.
I do want to add, Sonia, and I'm going to give two things real quick. But number one of the cool parts about coaching is if I want my call to be all about, because I always believe, and you've heard me say this many times, if your head is not clear, it's hard to focus in business. Mm-hmm. So some of my calls are pretty much relationship oriented mm-hmm. with Sonia. Mm-hmm. And then some of my calls are all money. And some of them are about my health. Mm-hmm. And some of them are about, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that is one thing, and I'm not here to pitch coaching, but I do have to say that whatever areas you feel weak in your life, coaching is not about like, you need to go get leads, get on the phone. It's about strengthening the pieces of your life that you feel there's weakness. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I want to recommend is there are people in your life that if you want to talk money, there's one guy that I call. Mm-hmm. If I want to talk about relationships, there's one guy or gal that I call. Mm-hmm. If I want to talk about health, there's my trainer that I go see. If mm-hmm. I want to talk about business, there's somebody that I go see. Right. I really think that you should try to find in your life those people that are emulating what you want to live in the pieces that you mm-hmm. are maybe not doing well in. And maybe you are one of those pieces for someone else. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
I do.
Do you have people like that?
Yeah, I do. I was just thinking about that. And I think I need to do better about reaching out to those people.
Do you have a health and fitness person that like you aspire to be or to look at or whatever? Mastermind group Lynn was saying. Mm-hmm. You know, or whatever that may be. Mm-hmm. So anyways, but back to money, I'm sorry. So obviously people with winning self-beliefs keep winning. That's mm-hmm. just tends to be how it is. And the question that I had, and I went back to the beginning, what lessons did your parents teach you about money from the beginning? Because a lot of them, it wasn't great.
Right. Oh, gosh.
So really, that's kind of where we were at right now in the book.
I love it.
All right.
Go Debbie Allen.
So I encourage you guys to pick it up, but I wanted to open it up for any Q&A or anything that anybody would like to talk about. Is there anybody that can identify the little pieces that are holding them back that want to say, you know what, here's my problem. Mm-hmm. I'm going to dump that. I'm going to go. Before we close out, is there anybody that would like to jump in? I mean, and I can tell you right now, I've mentioned this before, I'm so conservative in my protection mode mm-hmm. that it holds me back from doing things, you know, whatever venture I may want to do in my life, you know, it doesn't, not all business, but the things hold you back. So are there things that are holding you back? Mine is my fear of being poor. because I don't want to go back to where I was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anybody have any kind of beliefs that they need to overcome that they want to share before we check out of here? Somebody's got something. It's good therapy, guys.
Katie's face has been on this the whole time for me, and I feel like maybe she has something to say. Katie, do you have anything to say?
Speak your truth, Katie.
Speak your truth, Katie.
Let's hear.
This Katie?
Yes, Katie.
Are there two Katies?
It's all you, baby.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's lots of things holding me back.
Ooh, the good stuff.
Nope, I just actually had a buyer text me. Awesome. Mine is definitely fear of failure. I have a lot of friends in real estate, so it's a lot of pressure with other friends and their successes. And then the other one is like you were saying, my fear is posting on social media all the time. I just have that fear of annoying everybody. So those are my two big main fears.
I have a challenge for you. Katie, are you in that group? Was Katie in Becca's group?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
So did you make some good? Did you post, Katie?
I did post, yeah.
Okay. How about you make at least one story every single day for the rest of the week?
Okay, I can do that.
With you in it.
What are the stakes if she doesn't do it?
If she doesn't do it, we're going to make fun of her at the next call. Michael, can you make sure that we readdress Katie next week? All right, so Katie.
Okay, no pressure.
No, hey Katie, that's why you're on here, right? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's make things happen.
Yeah.
Let's smash those
And
fears.
Chuck,
Yes, Sonia.
yeah, can I challenge Katie to not compare herself to everybody else, to focus more on her success?
Love it.
Let's hear it, Jenny.
Yep.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
There it is. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else have anything before we head on out of here? Any other roadblocks that you know you need to get rid of? And yeah, social media is huge, Katie. You definitely have to get out there. There's no doubt, no question, 100%. We'll die like a grape on the vine as the future moves towards the next 20 years too. So you got to definitely get used to it.
Yeah, and who cares if you're annoying people?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it doesn't
your
bother
social
Adam.
media. No, I do it for a living.
And you do it well.
Thank you. I worked hard for this.
All right,
All right, well,
I'll do that.
all right, sounds good, sounds good. All right, well, Jenny, there it is.
That was good.
That's where we're at. And by the way, I'm in chapter 2. I'm right here. I'm like 13 pages in.
I'm really proud that we're taking this one slow.
I like it. It's just too good not to.
Yeah, I'm really proud.
So a lot of people that are on the call that were not normally on the call, I want to thank you guys for being here. And hopefully you got something out of it. And just remember, being successful is a good thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're self-centered. It means that you are setting an example for everyone around you. Okay, one last story before I go.
Okay.
I was on the train from Boston to New York. Don't check out, guys, yet. I was on the train from Boston to New York, and I was sitting next to this couple, this young Hispanic couple, and we started talking, and they're from Chula Vista. And I was like, wow, we were on our way over to New York, and I said, well, what brings you to Boston? And she said, well, my uncle. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, well, my uncle was the first Latino ever accepted into Harvard University. And I said, oh, and she goes, so we took a trip, and she was writing a book, another book. She's a writer now. And they had all come over from Mexico 2 generations ago. And I said, what? She said, well, she goes, if you knew the impact that my uncle had on our family, she goes, from the tree that he created, he inspired the entire family. He goes, we're all successful now. We've all have college degrees, and he was the first one to do it. And he went to Harvard Business School. So we went to see the dorm that he lived in. We went to see the school that he was in, all that sort of stuff. And she said, so we're all here to kind of pay homage to my uncle, for what he's done for the entire family.
Good for
Be
him.
that person.
Yeah.
Be that person that
Be the
can-
light.
Yes, be the light. Be that person that can set an example for your whole family all the way down.
Your legacy.
And I like that. I thought that was a pretty cool little story to end with. And you know what? He wasn't afraid. He just did it, went and got it.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, all right, well, thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy your week. Thursday sales meeting, don't miss it. Wednesday sales mastery, don't miss it, okay? Because we're going to be doing action items. And all you 20 that were there last time, I want you to come this time. And you know what? We're going to have something special for all you guys. When this ends in 4 weeks, I'm going to do something really cool for all these guys, James.
He's going to do a full Oprah.
Way above
Look
and
under your
beyond
chairs.
on a personal level for all these people that are so committed to kicking ass for the rest of this year.
And we do have a little bit more room, I think.
Do we?
Yes, we do. I was actually going to say that.
Maybe 5 people? If that,
yeah, about 5
maybe.
people.
Don't come unless you want to work, though. 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to work.
We are doing a casting call for our Wednesday show. It's Prospecting Mastery. You got to be dedicated. You got to be willing to come. What is it? A 5-week program?
It's a 5-week program. You got to do the work while you're here in the class.
You've got to be willing to come all.
You will get business out of
5
it.
weeks.
And
Yes.
you know what? If you're not coming, but I want you here in person. You can watch it though. You can definitely watch it.
But come.
But come be in person and let's work together and watch people run in and out of the room as they get deals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. So thank you very much, Jenny. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Wait, I
Boys,
didn't do my thing.
go for it, Adam.
Everyone, if you could all just click like on the video and leave a little comment on the video, whether it be, like on the CBABR page, you'd be doing us a solid. It really helps our algorithm.
Thanks,
and I
guys.
appreciate y'all for being here. We love you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Take care. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye.